Homeowners say they've been stalked, their cars held hostage by a parking enforcement company that stepped way over the line.
Contact 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears found the company that caused so much controversy across from a hotel is now stirring up some trouble in at least one residential community.
The last thing you want to see on your car is one of these.
My car was booted.
The last place you expect to see it, your own driveway.
I think it's ridiculous.
This group represents a whole neighborhood fed up with what they call Gestapo parking enforcement in their Southwest Valley community by Boot-It, a company that gained notoriety after booting Hard Rock customers who parked in this shopping center across the street from the hotel. Contact 13 has learned Boot-It was booted from that property due to the controversy, but they're now being hired by homeowner associations to patrol residential neighborhoods.
My truck was parked in the driveway, and I was towed, and now I'm out $354.
One car booted and another one towed, same day.
Well, how much did that one day cost you?
That one day was $670.
The sting of James Winfrey's run-in with Boot-It is still clear on his face.
I was unloading my groceries in front of my house. I just parked my car. I took in my last bag, and I came out to shut the garage door, and my car was booted. I mean, he told me I had 40 minutes to come up with the money, and I'm a laid-off union sheet metal worker, and I don't have no money to give nobody. So he took my last $60 in my pocket.
Just in case you think the homeowners we spoke to are a bunch of whiners who are upset over getting caught breaking their HOA's parking rules, think again. Take a look at the signs here in the Ansedonia community at Southern Highlands. They all say no parking beyond this point, which indicates the little cul-de-sacs like this one. On all the streets, there are no red curbs and no signs that say no parking.
There's also this. Residents have proof in writing that they can park in their own driveways, but there's a hitch.
Our driveway is extremely small.
Small is an understatement. These so-called driveways look more like oversized sidewalks.
My feet represent the back tires of my vehicle. It's as far as my vehicle will go into the driveway without going through the garage door. I got a ticket for violation of parking in the street for that little bit of space.
And he got a boot.
This is the one that cost me $200. They wanted the money immediately.
Stephanie Filippelli took matters into her own hands, cutting the boots off her tires.
He pulled out a taser, and he said if we stepped on the pavement, try and cut off the boots, he would taser us.
April Minjares has been the neighborhood ringleader in a campaign to boot it from the Ansedonia community.
Over there, there's two do not park beyond these point signs, and I was parked in front of both.
Not beyond.
Not beyond and not behind, in front of both. I come home, my fiance had told me that there was two boots on the truck.
The community contract with Boot-It says a car can't be immobilized unless it's a repeat offender. That means it's been photographed, tagged, given 48 hours to correct the violation, and then reoffends. Neighbors here say none of that ever happens, and if they argue, they get towed.
And even after paying, we pulled the truck into our driveway as far in as we can get it. It was still towed.
After numerous residents complained to Camco, the management company for their HOA, Boot-It was finally told to beat it. Camco cut the contract short, and in response to April's complaint to the Better Business Bureau, they wrote, Boot-It is no longer allowed within the community. In emails to Boot-It owner Paul Dreyer, Camco cites unprofessional conduct, including intimidation, harassment, speeding, running stop signs, and flipping off a board member. The letter also cites Boot-It's failure to send pictures and reports of vehicles that were tagged or booted.
I would have to say the tactics are very unprofessional.
So where is Boot-It owner Paul Dreyer? We found pictures of him on the internet, but you won't see him in our story because he refused to be interviewed. He did send us a lengthy email saying Boot-It is constantly accused of extortion, theft, dishonesty, and using aggressive tendencies such as flashing a firearm. He calls those allegations preposterous, but admits carrying a taser and wearing a bulletproof vest even when he's not working because of death threats. He calls the Ansedonia residents malicious parking violators who consistently ignore the rules and regulations set forth by their community. Because of them and previous negative publicity, he expects to be out of business within 60 days.
Here's a twist on the whole thing. Just a few days ago, as we were wrapping up our investigation, the Nevada Transportation Authority took a position on booting. NTA says the only legal remedy HOAs have to deal with parking violators is towing. They say booting constitutes injuring or tampering with the vehicle, which is a criminal violation. Booting and demanding cash to remove the boot, they say that appears to constitute theft, also a crime. Because NTA isn't responsible for enforcing the applicable state laws, they're referring booting complaints to police. Darcy Spears, Channel 13, Action News.
We've posted the NTA's position paper on our website. If booting is going on in your neighborhood, you should direct your HOA or management company to that document and call police if there is a booting in progress. We'd also like your thoughts on this topic. To sound off, send an email to 13investigates@ktnv.com.